Hey everyone, does anybody remember when TEREX made an excavator? Well, they kind of made an excavator in a roundabout way. Well, let's talk about it. So TEREX company is a crazy story. TEREX used to be the king of the dirt movers, arguably, until the government got involved and they were forced to break up by monopoly lawsuits or something like that. It's a long story. A lot of people know it already. I'm not going to go into the full details of it, but then TEREX sort of repositioned itself, I guess, in the world of construction. They purchased Genie lifts, scissor lifts, boom lifts. Those are actually owned by TEREX, the blue ones. Um, and then they started sort of using their buying power to try to get back into the dirt market. So they came out. There was a TEREX backhoe. They're rare and few and far between. Um, and then there was a TEREX excavators. Well, they were sort of TEREX. They're actually a Doosan. Uh, Doosan, I assume Doosan sold them to TEREX, who then just rebranded them. It's actually crazy because if you look at the engine, it still has Doosan on it. Even on the mirror glass right here, it says Doosan quality control okay right there on that sticker. And yet it's TEREX on the boom and the sick and the counterweight. So, and it's Doosan engine. Even the radiator cap's got Doosan on it. So it's a Doosan that TEREX was rebranding and selling. They made a few versions of them. There was a 160 size and then a 225 LC-1, and there was actually a 225 LC-2, mid 2000s, maybe 2000, I don't know, 2000 to maybe 2006. There's not a lot of information on them because they were just this sort of hodgepodge of a machine made by a different company that was then painted by a different company that was stickered by another company or something. I don't know. But we'll check it out real quick. It's cool because they're really rare. They're not been around. They weren't sold a lot, and they haven't been around for a while. I'm pretty sure 2007 was the last year, and yeah. So they're just you don't see them very often. I think this is actually the second or third one I've ever seen in the wild. So take a quick look at it, and I'll show you all the Doosan markings on it because it's kind of wacky. But anyway, that's the little bit of history of the TEREX excavator. So up on the back, it's very obviously it's a Doosan engine. They have a very distinct look. They kind of look like the old Hino engines. And then I noticed on the EPA label, it actually says 2005. So this may be one of the later LC-1s, which maybe the LC-2s did run a little bit later. But they're pretty basic. They were mechanically simple. Doosan actually makes a really good excavator, now known as Devlon. And there might have even been some Daewoo involved in this. I can't remember if there was a Daewoo Doosan merger at some point, but that's definitely a Doosan engine. I mean, it says it on there clear as day. It's even got Doosan right here on the radiator. But yeah, they're really good engines. Mechanical engine, mechanical injected, no emissions. So what more could you really ask for? But all overall, that part is simple, and I imagine you could still get parts for it through Doosan. And then, of course, in the cab is still very obviously a Doosan. These are Doosan controls and everything. If you've ever sat in one of the earlier Doosans or even one of the earlier Daewoos, you would instantly recognize this thing. So, again, TEREX just painted it white and put a TEREX sticker on it. But not a bad thing. Still very reliable and good machine. Just don't know about parts availability. But I'll show you around here. It's just pretty simple. Nothing much to it. Just a good old basic excavator. All right, well, there you go. That was a quick look at a rarely seen TEREX excavator, Doosan TEREX hybrid excavator. One of my buddies, this is one of my buddy's machines. I appreciate you letting me come out and look at this. You know who you are. I've always seen this thing and just kind of I've always thought it was cool. And like I said, I think this is only the third one I've ever seen. So it's a rare machine. Keep a lookout for them. They kind of stick out being so white that you can see them all the way on the other side of the job and know exactly what you're looking at. But if you look for it, you'll also see those Doosan's with them slanted back cabs like that. So anyway, it was a quick look and a quick video. I kind of had to show it though, because they're rare and it's becoming a piece of history, really, I guess, in the equipment world. But that is it for this TEREX excavator, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Oh, I got a little tag-along buddy on my TEREX. What's up, little buddy? What you doing? Praying mantises are so cool.